Warning, this episode contains adult language, mature situations, stray cat politics, a bereaved woman with possible allophobia, a tragic backstory, and the latest manga news. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Episode 518. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review. I'm your host Zan, saying konnichiwa, aloha, buongiorno, and what's up? Hope you're doing well out there and hope you're excited for another fun-filled episode of this awesome podcast that you can find at www.spiraken.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, and various other social media sites. Just type in SPRAKN. I guarantee you'll find us one way or the other. And you'll find us in various social media spots. And if you're watching us on YouTube, welcome. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly than that, hit that bell for notification to hear when our new episodes are out. And if you want to check out any of our earlier episodes, you can check them at www.spiraken.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, and various other social media sites. And as you can tell, I'm relaxed, I am excited, and more importantly than that, I am ready to kick some butt because today has been a great day, and I am back from that one that only, we're talking about Animazement. And let's be honest, it was a great time that was had in Raleigh, and more importantly, it was something new and different. And if you want to hear about that, we do have our con report, which was released, and I dish about all the stuff at the Raleigh convention that I really liked, and some of the questionable things. Also, I have lots of images of the various cosplayers you can watch on the YouTube channel. If you listen to the audio channel at Spiraken.com, I will be posting it on the actual post itself. But enough about that. Let's get to the reason why you're here, which is the Spiraken Manga Review, where I talk about various mangas and tell you how it is. And this one, I've got a huge book to talk about. I mean, it is thick and it smells like new manga. So let's talk about this, because if you remember from that last episode, I spun that one that only, the Wheel of Manga, and I take turn reviewing a manga that was written by Gin Shirakawa and published by ASCII Media Works or 7 Seas Entertainment. Its original run was 2018 to 2019, and it was released in Comic IT Magazine. There is one volume released in the United States, but it was originally 3 volumes, so it's an omnibus edition, so you get it all in one shot. This is a Josei series, and it is a cat slice of life series, also dealing with a little bit of drama as well. And its original title was Gojusenshi no Isho, or as it is known in English, it is A Tale of 7 Lives, the complete manga collection. And this manga is the story of 2 parallel lives interacting with each other. We have it from the point of view of the humans and the point of view of the cats. And let's get to the correct way to start this off, which is the cats. And we have our main character is named Kink-tailed Nanao. The reason why he's known as Kink-tailed Nanao is because his tail was snapped in half by a cat hunter, someone who takes pleasure in capturing stray cats and torturing them horribly. And when we meet him, he is currently on the streets, and it's during the sad time when he's been neglected and he's slowly remembering the past before he passes away. Hopefully something can save him from that. And he remembers his best friend, Blue-Eyed Machi. And he goes back to the past when he was a stray living with his best friend. And his best friend, Blue-Eyed Machi, is the heir to the Stray Kingdom. He is the Prince Errant, and they just are best friends who live life. And Nanao is unique because, one, he's a stray cat who's a tuxedo cat, but more importantly, he has a collar still, which gets him a lot of flack from the other cats who think that he's a fake stray because he has a poser, but he hates humans because his human abandoned him. And so it's them trying to survive day by day to live to be 5 years old, because 5 years old is a long time for strays. And they have to deal with all of the machinations of what happens in this time. And meanwhile, as they are trying to exist in the streets of Tokyo, you have a young woman who's introduced, who her name is Yoshino. And Yoshino recently took charge of a onsen, because her former husband owned the onsen and then he passed away. And she also, for some reason, has a huge fear of or hatred of cats. And these 2 lives cross when one day Manchi and Nanao decide to stay at an onsen to get warm because it's the middle of winter, and she chases them out, which makes Nanao immediately hate this lady. And it gets even worse because she hates cats, but the neighborhood, they take care of stray cats. They elect one person in the neighborhood to take care of the cats, to feed them, so that this is their kind of, as the cats call it, their dining room, where they'll all go and get food. And she is elected to be the person to take care of it, which this drives her crazy because I hate cats. I don't want cats over here. Her little brother, Kippe, who's trying to make sure she's okay, is like, yes, I love cats. We're going to have lots of kitties. We're going to hang out. We're going to have fun. And she's like, I don't want to deal with this. I hate all the cats. And when the Now finds out this is the place where the food is, he's like, I'd rather starve because this lady's horrible and mean. And eventually, due to reasons, Nanao and Yoshino end up getting connected through ways which I don't want to spoil because it is a one-shot and that is the majority of the story. But this story of survival, hope, and most importantly, the relationship between a human and a cat is breathtaking, wonderful, and tragic, and sad, and beautiful at the same time. And as you can tell, the artwork is astounding. It's a beautiful artwork with tons of unique designs. It's got realistic cat images. And even when they're not acting like humans, the cats look great. And each one is slightly different. You have all different styles. And even when you get into the part where they act more human, they still have a unique cat image to them. And when we get into the human elements, it changes it. So it sees it like from the cat point of view and from the human point of view. And unlike something like Nyanki, where it's like, oh, here's a cat, but we're going to make the cat look human, it's a different element going on. And I really do enjoy this. But more important than that, the drama itself of what is going on and how Nanao and Yoshino are connected. It is one that you don't really expect at first. But when it's revealed what happens and why they're connected, it is beautiful, tragic, and I'm pretty sure there was a ninja cutting onions in the room while I was reading it. It's for a one-shot, it is well done. For a one-stop omnibus, and for one complete story, it is a story that is one that should be told. I'd love to see this as an anime film. But realistically, this is a story that it doesn't need to have sequels. This is a set story that fits, and it makes you want to know more. It survives everything in a way where you're like, I don't need to read another section. I know how this ends. It's not like, for example, Walking Cat, which was the zombie apocalypse cat, where it's like, oh, it's sad, it's good. No, this one, but there's going to be a future of this. This one, the story begins and ends, and then that's what we get. And I gotta say, where it goes is beautiful. And for that reason, I know I'm just saying a lot of buzzwords, but read it for yourself. Let me know your thoughts. For a Josei series, I think that Shirakawa Gin does a great job with this story. And for that reason, I have to give this our highest rating of, well, really, really, really cool. Read it now. It is one of those stories that you gotta read it. You really do. You just gotta read it and go for it. Now, if you're a fan of cats, you're going to like it. If you're a fan of dramas, you're going to like it. If you're a fan of Josei stories, you will love it. If you're a fan of politics, you'll love it because there's this whole storyline involving some of the cats who are trying to usurp the power of Machi because Machi is the heir apparent. He's going to be the ruler of the cats once the main owl, the leader, dies. However, there's a bunch of them who are saying, you're not a real leader because you're nice to humans because you eat at this. And it's causing like this whole coup happening where Machi has to either put up or shut up. And then it's the whole, they're trying to assassinate him. And it's like, there's an actual assassination attempt of cats trying to kill other cats. And it's really crazy. We're like, what the hell's going on? Is this Game of Thrones? It's like Game of Thrones and cats and all this other stuff happening. And it's one which I really did enjoy. And it fits so well. And it's, if you have ever had a cat before, you'll get it. And if you haven't a cat, I think you'll enjoy it. So if you have read this and you disagree with me, or if you agree with me, you can email me personally at Zan, that's Xan, @Spiraken.com, or you can tweet me at Spiraken and let me know your thoughts on if you thought that this was worth reading or not. If you agreed that Story of Seven Lives is a great manga, or if it was overrated, let me know your thoughts. And speaking of which, there's a cat who agrees with me and thinks that it is a good manga too, because I have to admit that my cat was looking at the pictures too. So, with that in mind, let's actually get to the manga releases of the week, because we've got a ton of them. Not a ton, we have actually a lot less than last week, but we have a bunch of mangas that came out this week. And starting off with, well, we had A Condition Called Love, Volume 3 was released this week. Am I Actually the Strongest, Volume 3, Blue Period, Volume 13, Disciple of the Lich, or How I Was Cursed by the Gods and Dropped into the Abyss, the light novel, Volume 5, Don't Call It Mystery, the omnibus, Volumes 1 and 2, Fire Force Omnibus 4, which is Volumes 10 through 12, I'm Standing on a Million Lives, Volume 14, Killing Stalking, Deluxe Edition, Volume 4, Ladies on Top, Volume 3, My Room is a Dungeon Rest Stop, the manga, Volume 6, Polar Bear Cafe, Collector's Edition, Volume 2, Sakurai-san Wants to Be Noticed, Volume 4, Sir Vamp, Volume 18, She Professed Herself Pupil of the Wise Man, the light novel, Volume 7, Sinnoh Alice, Volume 3, Skeleton Knight in Another World, Volume 10, The Duke of Death and His Maid, Volume 6, The Great Cleric, Volume 3, The Strange Adventures of a Broke Mercenary, light novel, Volume 8, The Surgery Room, and then last and not least for this week, The Witches of Adamas, Volume 5. So, kind of a light week with only 21 manga this week, but we have some great titles that were released this week, and so for that reason, here are my top 5 for the week. We had A Condition Called Love, Volume 3, Blue Period, Volume 13, I'm Standing on a Million Lives, Volume 14, The Duke of Death and His Wife, Volume 6, and The Surgery Room, Volume 1. Those are the ones I'm most excited for this week. Which are the ones that you're most excited for? Let me know. Email me at zanspiraken.com or tweet me at Spiraken. Let me know your thoughts and your feelings about this. And before I forget, thank you all for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're all awesome. And remember to like, share, and subscribe at YouTube. Hit the bell for notification. And thank you for all the emails and comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. I've been doing this for over 15 years, and every email I get, every comment I get gives me more motivation to keep doing this podcast. And I'm going to keep doing this till an old man has to read manga with thick glasses, and more importantly than that, read in big print. So thank you. And if you enjoy what you hear, remember to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Spiraken. Help us create more fun content for you to enjoy. We have 4 tiers, tons of rewards, and yeah. Definitely support us to help us create more fun content for you to enjoy. And even if you don't want to support us there, if I'm going to be at a convention, check out my convention panels. Talk to me there. Just meet me, say hi. I'm always down for it. So, with that in mind, let's actually get to the part that you've all been waiting for. It's time for that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga! Yes, friends, the Wheel of Manga, except no substitute. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on. What I've done is to assign a manga title to each of the 10 slots, and we're going to just spin the Wheel of Manga. Whatever number it lands on, that's the manga review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 519. I am excited to see what we're going to have, because we've done so many, and we've got some great titles on here, but let's spin and see what we're going to review in the next episode, shall we? Okay, number 4. So it looks like we're going to be doing Days on Fez. The story of a bunch of people at a cool festival. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Well, I guess we're going to have to wait and find out. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, I am your host, Zan. I'm Gonzville. Catch you guys next time. And keep reading manga. See you later.